We are live. Happy New Year, everyone.
Hey guys, Happy New Year.
It is 2026.
It is.
And I'm sorry that we look a little confused, but we've never done it like this.
But we are going to do a lot more of it because it's not AI.
So funny enough, Wednesday, December 31st, we were walking to the gym. And before we got to the gym, I said to her, I was saying to myself, I want to do a live. And in the live, I want to say that in 2026, we're going to do more lives because in a live, there is no
AI
editing. There's no AI. There's no, you're live, right? So more human. And we want to do more human things in 2026. But we didn't because we were mid-conversation. And yesterday, I told her I wanted to do that. And as soon as this popped up, I'm like, holy shit, we're doing it, right? So welcome, everybody, to episode 1 of Lais and The Coach 2026 edition.
Oh, yes.
We are excited for a new year. Number one, I want to wish all of you a happy and blessed new year. I hope all of you get everything that you want, everything that you're going to work for.
And then some.
And then some.
Yep.
And I want to make sure that we, in one way or another, contribute to that, even a little bit with some of the conversations that we have. We have a lot of conversations planned for Lais and The Coach for 2026, and I hope that you get something out of it, and that in some way, shape, or form that impacts your life in a positive way.
Absolutely.
So
we're excited.
We have not done a solo episode in a bit. We had a lot of conversations in December, and we've been doing a bunch of things. Our holidays are not over. They started. So we are having an extended family edition of Four Christmases.
Which we've never
done. We started celebrating Thanksgiving with my mom Thursday afternoon, and then drove to Miami that day, which is 3 hours away, to celebrate Thanksgiving with her mom Thursday night. And that's where it all started. And here we are, January 2nd, with her dad in our house.
We're making it.
And we have had family with us the entire time. So
it's been a very event.
We've never done that.
We never do anything with family. But it's been a very eventful, and we're still standing and we are still making it through. So we're getting there, but it doesn't end until the 9th for us.
So on today's episode, there's a couple things that we want to do. Number one is set the tone for 2026.
Oh yeah.
But before we set the tone for 2026, we do have to kind of go over what the end of 2025 looked like. So for you guys that maybe see our posts on social media, maybe you don't, but don't have the inside scoop of any of it, like this is where we give you the inside scoop. So we left Thanksgiving weekend, Miami, to come back home. We were on a cruise that weekend. Mm-hmm. Come back home, and we had a week to get ready to get on the road for a week for WBFF Atlantic City, which we didn't know whether or not it was happening with us or not, like with her, with Bree. Like there are always so many different things happening at once that it's almost like anything could happen, right? It's like one of the things that I remember hearing, and I don't remember where I heard it right this moment, but stayed with me, was if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right? Which in sports terms would be like if you're in season shape, then you don't have to worry about getting into in season shape because you stay that way, right? Mm-hmm. So same thing.
You can fine tune it for a little bit, but you're in the vicinity.
So she prepped, we recorded it, but this prep actually started 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, right before, as all of you know, we started our Airbnb adventure. And we thought to ourselves, how great is this going to be? We're going to move every single week from one place to the other and prep for a show.
And share it with everybody.
And share it with everybody and bring the best possible physique on stage.
You have to give us props for
props.
You have to give us props for our ambition.
I have to give us props.
For what we think is possible. I think
that's
it's
true.
Great. Like
that's
we
true.
Really went and like believed it.
Anyway, so this prep started a long time ago.
It did.
And
my last show was in May of 2023.
Yeah.
2023. So that was 2.5 years ago. And after that show, I wasn't sure what show I was going to do, if I was going to do a show. I started a few preps, changed my mind, life changed, and then we landed in the Airbnb situation.
And we've been planning shows ever since then, right? And for one reason or another, like life doesn't stop, and those shows didn't happen.
Yeah.
So when we started, when we decided to do this show, we're like, we got to do this show, right? But life, once again, did not stop along the way, which is oddly enough one of the things that we always tell people. It's like, just because you decided to take on this adventure called, competing, doesn't mean that your life is going to stop and that you're an athlete 24/7, especially the people that we coach, right?
Yeah.
Like nothing stops. And even if you don't compete, whatever goal you have, whatever outcome you're pursuing, nothing stops because you're pursuing it, unless you make it stop, right? If you are in the pursuit of climbing Mount Everest and you train at your local gym on the rock climbing, right? But you go to work 9 to 5 or 5 to 9 or whatever it is that you do, and on the weekends you do stuff with your kids and whatever. Life doesn't stop. But if you move, right, so that you can practice climbing Mount Everest every day, then yeah, you stopped life to climb Mount Everest. Mm-hmm. So I know it's an extreme analogy, but life doesn't stop for most people when they are pursuing something like a transformation or a fitness-related goal. So you might as well figure out how to build life into it.
Yeah.
That's
the magic of it, actually. Like, it's never stopped our life for any of my preps or Bree's preps, and nobody coach has ever stopped their life for their prep, right? It's almost like you make it fit inside of your life, or at least the way that we do it. You bring it inside of your life the same way if you buy a new dog, right? It's going to fit into your life, and there's going to be things you're going to have to do, like maybe get up a little bit earlier to walk the dog, or if you travel, you're going to have to make some arrangements for the dog. And it's just one of those things. You added something to your life, but you don't not go to work because you have a dog now, or not clean your house, or not take care of your kids. You just added something that, is supposed to enhance your life. And so what happens is life doesn't stop, but you do need to learn how to fit it into your life. And that is a big part of the transformation, because a lot of times people think transformation is just physical, and it is physical, but that mental gymnastics that you have to do, and that like schedule Tetris that you have to play sometimes isn't complicated. It just requires intention. And that's what makes, the transformation also so awesome, that you fit it into your life no matter what was happening.
So before I get into recapping Atlantic City, I do want to say, like, this live format is going to be great.
I'm obsessed.
Right. Number one, I see a little chat box on the side where we're going to be able to chat. Mm-hmm. I really, really want to make sure that we create the most human connection in whatever the circumstances are possible. And I know that I said that, and we're on a screen, right? But we can reach so many people at a distance, and we can reach so many people in whatever time. Yep. So what I'm realizing right now is like, wow, I can't believe that we didn't do this sooner.
I know, it's crazy.
But I think that this format, now. Right? This format, doing this live like this, is going to be the best way to get this done when it's just an episode that her and I are doing.
I agree.
And we don't necessarily have a guest. this is going to be the way to go. And if you're ever watching us live and you want to chat, like just there is a comment box there where you can chat with us. So WBFF Atlantic City was a great show.
Amazing.
We don't fly, for those of you that are new.
We don't fly unless we have to.
We drive everywhere, and part of the show weekend experience for us starts when we start our road trip. So we document a lot of that.
Yeah.
We bring everybody on the road, and the reason that we do that is because we want to be able to show and showcase all the things that are happening that are prep related. How would you eat if you're on the road? How would you train if you're on the road?
How would you drink water if you're on the road?
How would you drink water if you're on the road? How many stops? Like, almost like to give people like some insight to, you think that the way that you're doing it is complicated? Imagine doing it like this. That's kind of like the goal of the documenting the road journey to a show. And then obviously sharing and showcasing that show weekend is the other part. So we started that trip Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
And we go from one state to the other. We drive a certain amount of time so that we can accommodate a couple of stops and make sure that we eat and make sure that we get to the next stop and train also. Yeah. So we ended up arriving in Atlantic City on Thursday. Smooth drive. Everything was great.
Perfect.
Smooth check into the hotel. Everybody started arriving Thursday night. We had a photo shoot scheduled for Friday. That photo shoot was great. We're posting pictures of all of that on social media. An amazing experience. Registration night. We got a team together in our room for check-ins that we do the night before the show for every show. And the Saturday show went smooth.
It was such a good time.
Our most important mission show weekends is always that our team have an amazing weekend experience, show weekend experience.
Yeah.
That's our number one
party.
goal. Placings are not our priority, not because they don't matter or they're not important, but
that you can't strive for them.
But what good is placing if you don't have a good weekend experience?
Yeah.
So we prioritize a good weekend experience so that you could leave that show and say to yourself, wow, that was great.
Yeah.
That is what we prioritize, and that is very important to us.
The celebration.
And that is how we kind of like gauge if the weekend was a success.
Yeah. It's a celebration of all the hard work. It's a celebration of this new version of you. It's a moment for yourself. A lot of times people will take their spouse or their kids or their friends or even just a weekend for them. So fun is the number one priority. Enjoying yourself, not being stressed, not being rushing, not being worried about things that don't matter. Like, we're just going to go celebrate at this point. The work is done. We're just going to celebrate.
Right. The work is done. And when we look at when we look at recapping that show, it's like, wow, did everybody have a good time? Like the show weekend is a celebration of that journey.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that everybody catches how far they've come and what they actually did. And I can say, because we talked to everybody, that we certainly did accomplish that.
Absolutely. It was perfect. Honestly, it really was. It was the best. It was such an amazing show weekend. It makes me so excited for the next one.
One of the best show weekends that we've had in a while.
Absolutely.
So much so, like, that we're super excited for the next one. Our first show weekend experience of the season will be in April at WBFF Orlando. And we are going to piggyback off the high that we felt in Atlantic City and like blow it out of the water.
I know, it's going to be even, now you got to like top every single one, you know? Yeah, we're excited.
So we're excited for that. It was an interesting prep for everyone because everyone had so many things going on. And as the coach, it's interesting to see how we can still navigate through all of that despite, sorry, I'm like making sure that it looks the right way. It's very interesting to navigate around everybody's like life circumstances and watch how you can still manage to find time to work out and pay attention to your food and see all of that compound and then come to fruition, show weekend. Like everyone that competed that weekend had a different prep.
I know. I think it was like 8 of us, and everyone's life was lifing for that whole prep. But we
Mhm.
made it. We made it.
But we made it in the healthiest of ways.
Oh, always.
And it was really good to see that all come together, because it also kind of like gives perspective to like, wow, if life wasn't lifing that hard, how much smoother would this have been?
Yeah.
So great 2025 season overall.
Yeah.
Before that, we were at the NGA Universe. We were at Worlds in Miami. We started the season at Fitness Atlantic in Connecticut. Like, it's been a great 2025 season. We tried and tested different things, different photo shoots, different photo shoot experiences. We had a lot of different ones this season.
A lot. Completely different from each other.
Right.
We have one coming up.
And before I talk about the one coming up, just last thing, it's like one of the cool things that we did this year was the Momentum Weekend. Momentum Weekend was an opportunity for everybody to come spend the weekend with us.
Absolutely.
With very little time restraints, so that we could really dig into some of the things that we don't get to talk to throughout the course of the year or throughout the course of the season.
Yeah.
Really dive into some of the whys we do the things that we do, and how people should interpret those, and how it connects to them, and work out together and eat together. And the goal of that weekend is to build momentum, right? Because momentum carries you to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's like, and throughout the course of the season, whether you're a competitor or not, like, you should have these things that, like, these milestone goals that you are working toward. And each time you hit a milestone goal, like, that propels you to the next thing. And building this Momentum Weekend where, we just all got together to get better and build momentum was definitely one of the highlights of 2025.
It really was. It's always great to be in person and to be like in the room together, even if it is once or twice a year. As much as we can do on the phone, and as much as we do on the phone, it isn't just about being in person with us. It's about being in person also with each other, right? Like, the whole room is together, and everyone benefits from something someone asked, something someone said, the energy in the room, the connection, the fun, the camaraderie, and it makes it even better for the journey, like, to go back home and take that with you, and then for anybody that does compete to get to that show weekend and know those people, and you've already spent some time together. So it really was truly magical. I'm looking forward to doing some more this year.
For sure. And what I was going to segue into is this first photo shoot of the season. This particular photo shoot is a little bit different than ones we've done in the past, because number one, it's very early in the year, right? And we know that people are coming off holidays. So the goal of this photo shoot wasn't necessarily for somebody to get in shape and, wear revealing outfits and kind of do that thing, which, we've done in the past. The goal of this photo shoot was to kind of like reset, reframe, and build momentum into the year, because you had something that's coming up. And we want to like frame the year for you to be the star of your own show.
Yes.
Right? Like, the amount of people that we've interacted with over the years that feel so uncomfortable taking pictures, they're not confident. As a matter of fact, I've posted about it, I would say, quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. It's like, how many people used AI to post pictures of themselves, the candy cane thing, and using Gemini or ChatGPT to enhance your photos. And listen, I got nothing against it. Like, I think AI is great, and I think all that is cool. But what's missing is always the same thing. It's like, why aren't you posting pictures of yourself?
Yeah.
Right? Why are you only posting pictures that are AI generated?
Yeah.
It's because something is missing, right? And that's kind of what we wanted to get out of this one. It's like, we want people to connect with the version of them that's real and that's authentic. And then we want to build from that, right? It's like, because from one photo shoot to the next, or from one show to the next, you can continue to improve. But if you don't do these things and you're always waiting to be ready, then it's not going to happen. So we wanted to start the year with a different kind of shoot, something that made people like be present, connect to
not necessarily prep for, right? But just come and enjoy and set the tone for the year.
Yes.
And connect with what you're doing and wear some fun outfits. Because I agree with you, like anything AI is super cool. I mean, what a time to be alive. But, you know, the same way that I think, like, for me, if I'm just random example, if I'm like, you know, I wouldn't necessarily, if AI had a feature where I could turn myself into a cat, I wouldn't necessarily do that because I'm not interested in seeing myself looking like a cat personally. I'm sure there are people out there that would. But a lot of these AI generated pictures that I see of women, you know, women just like me and just like all the women that we coach in their 30s and their 40s and their 50s, it's pictures of them that are like done up. They have makeup on and they have a dress on, and whether you're holding a candy cane and it's, you know, fun and playful, or you're just doing yourself up, it's like there's a reason why you wanted to see yourself look like that, right? Because, like, for example, I've done so many photo shoots, I didn't hop on that AI trend. I got nothing against it, but I have real pictures of me doing that, right? And I have no interest in other things that AI could do with my picture. So my point is if you wanted to see yourself look like that, it's cool that you can generate it, but it still doesn't make you the person that can do that, right? There's magic and there's power in getting out of your comfort zone and getting behind a camera, in picking out an outfit that you never would have, in taking the step and taking the weekend for yourself. Like, those are the things that people admire when they see somebody. They're not just admiring the way that the person looks physically or the makeup that they have or the outfit. It's the combination of that effort and of that putting yourself out there. There's too many women sitting on the sidelines and just selling themselves short in their life. If you would have it in you to make an AI picture of yourself because you want to see what you look like that, you're looking in the wrong place. That's never going to give you what you're looking for. That means that also you should be doing something for you. There's nothing wrong with an AI trend. It's all fun. It's all playful. But it also should be a wake-up call to anybody who, you know, isn't doing the other side, my opinion.
No, I agree 100%. And one of the reasons that I wanted to highlight it, and one of the reasons that I said what I said at the beginning, is because this is going to be the way to separate yourself, right? Like, all the stuff on the phone and all the stuff on the computer is great, but real life is still real life, right? And if you can't be you in real life, then what are we doing, right? So
you're still human at the end of the day.
You're still human. So to set off 2026, we've got a lot of different things planned, starting with more guests. Like, our first guest on the show, Lais and The Coach, is going to be an expert in menopause and perimenopause. And we're going to have a conversation about all the things that you've probably been wondering but didn't know you should have asked, when you should start, like, thinking about it or getting education on it.
What goes into it.
Like we're really excited to kind of kick off the 2026 season with this episode, because it's one of those things that's on the horizon, right? Like if you're a woman,
it's coming for all of us. Right? There's no escaping it.
And it doesn't get any realer than that. And we want to do more things that are authentic and real in 2026. The photo shoot, we have WBFF Orlando. We have a photo shoot that weekend. Then we're off to Connecticut for Fitness Atlantic. Then in May, what do we have in May? Because that's at the end of April.
Yeah, we have to look at the calendar.
Okay. But we are going to have 4 momentum weekends on the calendar for this year. We want to do one quarterly so that you can plan ahead and make sure that you are a part of those. And if you can't make one of them, that you have an alternative. We are going to have...
And those are for everybody, not just competitors.
Right. Because, you know, if you can benefit from being in the room.
Yeah.
We are going to set the entire year of photo shoots ahead of time, so that you can build out and carve out time for those, so that you can come to those and be a part of that. Not everybody that we work with is a competitor. Not everybody that we work with wants to do a show or is getting ready, or looking to transform for fitness competition. A lot of times these photo shoots serve as, like I said, a milestone goal, or they are like that
the end goal for some people.
That weekend getaway that you can look forward to. Right? Like, those are the things that we want to make sure that we do more of, but that we give you enough time to plan for. And a lot of times, even though we give ample time, you may miss it if you are not necessarily in the ecosystem
Yeah.
of paying attention to those notifications, or you think that it's not for you. Like, this is always for everyone.
Yes.
We've got started today. We have a 30-day jumpstart on one of our school platforms, where if you've fallen off a little bit, you have lost momentum, for, no pun intended.
Lack of power.
You're not really sure what to do. You don't really want to get into something structured yet. You're really just looking to get on track again. You want to get, you want to start the year on the right foot. Then we have a school with a 30-day jumpstart that is free for everyone to join, where we're going to walk you through the first 30 days of the year. Every day you're going to get a new assignment. And basically the idea is for you to build some continuity and every day take a step that gets you one step closer to be on the path that you want to be on. Because ultimately, the biggest problem is this: everybody wants the outcome, but most people don't want to go through the process that it takes to get the outcome. And here's the part that you're missing. Even if you got the outcome that you were looking for, if you didn't do the work to get there, it's going to be very hard to keep, right? A lot of times people want the shortcut because they're impatient, and I understand, but what happens after?
Yeah, and there are no shortcuts, really.
Well,
at the end of the day, there are no shortcuts.
But even think about it, right? Like, you wanna lose the weight, you want to transform, you want to get, and then what, right? What are you doing after that? What are you working toward next? What you don't realize is that has to be maintained, right? That has to be worked on. That requires, the same way you get a car, it needs an oil change. The tires are going to need air. You have to wash that car. It's like all of these goals still require maintenance. And if you don't go through the process at the beginning, where you're doing the things that it takes to get your body there, and then as a result of going through that process, you build the habits, then the shortcut isn't really a shortcut because you don't know what to do, right? So we're going to do, like, we have that 30-day jumpstart on school. We do have another school where we have a 90-day program. It's a little bit more involved. We have our concierge style coaching, where you get to interact with us on a daily basis and almost like have us in your back pocket. Obviously, we have tons of shows on the agenda for 2026. If you are interested in stepping on stage, whether it's your first time stepping on stage, or it is your, what's it going to be for you, 12th time?
Yes.
Or it's your 12th time or 15th time stepping on stage. We are all in on this 2026 season, and we want to make sure that we bring these experiences to everyone. What did I miss?
I think that's it. I really want to put out all the dates in the comments of all the things. And I think that, like I said before, it doesn't really matter what the starting point is, what you've done, what you haven't done. I don't really like New Year's resolutions. I like the feeling of a clean slate. I always feel it on my birthday, like new year ahead, right? Obviously, it's impossible not to feel that same thing when the calendar turns and it's a new year. But at the end of the day, deciding that you're going to do something different or something new can be done at any time. But taking advantage of the feeling that we have at the beginning of the year is so important. And I think so many people are leaving things for later. And I'm like, I'm going to get to that, or I don't really think I could do that, or right now I got all these things going on. Like we said at the very beginning, life doesn't stop for any of us, and it's just got to be puzzled in together. So I think it's important to take this time to really reflect on what you want. We do this a lot. What you want out of your life in general. What is your next, you can go next year or whatever, next 5-10 years, however it is that you like to plan, but look at the year ahead, right? Look at this year. Like, how would you like to feel at the end of this year? How would you like to feel at this time next year after having lived all of 2026? Time doesn't wait for any of us, and doing something different and stepping out of your comfort zone and saying yes to yourself while still having the busy life that we all have is so important. So I would say, whatever it is, wherever it is that you are, whether you're already doing a ton of stuff or whether you've never done anything before, putting things on the calendar for yourself is so important. And what a better time to set yourself up than this time of the year where you have excitement.
No, the video is not pre-recorded. I see all your comments and I'm trying to figure out how to respond. But this is the first YouTube live that we do. Normally we do them on Facebook. What was the video title?
Where I got a speeding ticket.
That was in Louisiana?
Yes, it was in Louisiana. It was one of our road trip vlogs. I got to find it and then we'll comment. But basically, so I'll do it really quick. I don't like flying at all. I feel like I'm going to die every time. I hate it. I understand that it's supposed to be safe, but I hate it. I also hate the hassle of flying, how many bags I can have and how much they weigh, and the whole airport thing freaks me out. I hate it. So unless we absolutely have to fly, we do drive. And by we, I mean him. He drives 195% of the time. I drive for like an hour a day out of the 8 to 10 that we drive a day. And usually that hour is either because he's got a session or he's got something to do or he's going to take a nap. And this particular time we were in Louisiana and our car was packed to the brim. We were on the way to Vegas. And he was going to nap. He hadn't yet. And I literally had just started driving and I was speeding and the cop came out of nowhere as they normally do from the side there. And he was like, told me to get out of the car. Like apparently I was going 30 over the speed limit. He's like, get out of the car. And I'm like, what is happening? So he was like, is there a reason why you're going? I think it was like 65 on a 30 or something like that. And I was like, honestly, I didn't even notice. I didn't notice. It was an open road. So he gave me a ticket and Ralph was like, you literally just started driving. Like, how did you just start driving and get a ticket? Get out of the driver's seat. So that was one of the many adventures. These road trips are so cool because so much happens, but we have to find exactly which episode of the vlog that was and put it on here so that people can see what we're talking about.
Yes. But I think that the coolest thing that is going to come out of 2026 is if we can do more stuff like that, where, you know, if you've been a part of some of the other adventures or if you have questions, I think that's one of the things about our podcast that we want to do a little bit different this season.
Yeah.
We always, on every podcast, say people should ask more questions, engage more, participate. It's like, that's part of the human experience, right? And a lot of times you're watching and not participating. It's like, that's how we have open conversations. Like we don't want to be the kind of podcast that is just talking at you. Like we want to talk with you. So,
yes.
So if you see that we're live, we rarely announce that we're going to do it because a lot of times it's not only spur of the moment, but it's hard to plan a specific day and time that like it's going to be non-negotiable. But if you happen to catch us live, or even if you happen to catch a past episode, like more questions, you know, lead to better conversations. A lot of times people don't know that even their question sparks a question in somebody else.
Yeah.
And then that opens up a whole other conversation. So 2026, Lais and The Coach, more lives,
yes.
more interaction with
more
everybody, more human stuff.
Stuff.
And if you have questions about anything, like we talk about wanting to talk about everything all the time.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to be boxed into always talking about workouts and our shows and all that stuff. If you want to chat about how we unschool Junior, right? And
or parenting or relationships or
right,
whatever.
Like we have a very unique outlook on how to do a lot of things. So if you want some of that, like we would be happy to talk about all of those things. And like I said, we are going to have a lot more guests in 2026, and look out for that first episode that should be dropping right after this one. Mm-hmm. So I do want to wish everybody a happy new year.
Yes. It's going to be an epic year. I can feel it.
I want to make sure, like they say you're supposed to tell people to subscribe because it's better for the show to get out there. So if you watch, subscribe, like it, share it. Like we want to, like I said, we want to have more real conversations. I watch tons of podcasts and we're always talking at you, like, you know,
preaching.
Right. Like, let's do more of this.
Yes. More time.
This is definitely going to be cooler. So happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2026. I hope that at some point, if you are listening or watching, that at the very least in the comments, we get to connect. Peace out, everybody.
Bye, guys.